throws you at someone. Just like hold your hands like this and just go. You'll be fine. It'll be great. Do you have nails on your character?
I don't know.
It could be like a dagger.
I look at my nails and I'm like,
so specific.
Yeah, very specific. Do you actually have like actual nails?
I have to keep my nails short because I play guitar.
You ever just have a nail?
Just a single,
you ever just have
single
nails?
nail. Actually,
I just don't have fingernails at all. They just
legitimate question, because I don't know. As a female, specifically a gamer, you're in front of a keyboard frequently. Is it difficult to actually keep a nice set of nails?
Yeah.
I'm assuming fucking hard, but yeah.
Also, if you have long
but not
nails,
for Glitch. She's going at it.
Super annoying to type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it just sound crazier because it's a mechanical keyboard?
That's such.
I get the same comments when I
such
type,
a shallow sound. Like yours is probably an eighth of the volume of Glitch's. It's like Uzi going off in.
Can we all type just for a second to hear what we? Can we all like do a type?
I was typing the announcement for the stream.
Does this work?
Ho ho ho! Who's this?
I don't even know. Probably not. Cool.
Faintly.
Faintly.
She hates her keyboard. Just elbow dropping the entire time. All right, guys.
I've definitely hosted you. Did I tell people I'm here? Probably not. Probably should do that.
I mean, I set a tweet out. You can, you guys should.
I will retweet that. I will do that right now.
Okay.
Still got my chicken face on it. Thanks. I like it. Good.
So let's kind of catch up from what happened last time, if you guys can recall. Okay, if you can remember. I know it's been a few.
I almost died.
But
so brave though.
Oh yeah, stat sheet.
I got
get that
attacked
from
by
me real
a rogue.
quick.
And then Papi nearly killed me.
You need your character sheet again?
I'm sorry, dude. It didn't save. Man, it just saves the PDF. It doesn't save anything in it. It just saves the PDF. It doesn't have anything in it. I'm literally looking at it. I'm literally looking at it. It's a PDF with nothing in it.
This fucking guy.
Big yikes.
Hello?
Yeah, well...
Hello?
Dad, is that
you? Dad, are you back? You went to get the milk and menthols for Mum and never came home.
Hey, at least I actually...
Okay, Dad, you're home, thank God. Oh, so much has changed. Mum has a habit. Anyway, so... Wait.
It's been sent to you, sir. You've been discorded.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I love you.
Now, does anybody else need character sheets before this happens?
I'm actually good this time.
looking for mine?
I actually have.
feel like I saw it yesterday.
All
I
right.
lose
On my
everything.
computer.
All
I'm
right, good thing.
prepared for what's in my life.
Oh, I found it.
Scruffy
Good.
McBubblebutt. I see
Oh wait,
the
I think you DM'd it.
open.
I found it.
I
We're good.
did actually. In fact, it's right there in the last DM to you.
Boom.
I'm just annoyed because I know I added things to it, but I don't know if it's saved.
Stay a while and listen.
Yes, quite. Yes.
Yes.
I'm worried about it
I
getting on my
promise.
Oh, that's
I
the
promise
worst.
that we will get a last time on DBZ recap. They will have to explain their successes and failures as soon as we make sure that everybody has a character sheet. So
I have my
Papi's
character
taken
sheet.
care
I
of.
just feel like it's not. I think I'm missing some of the stuff that I picked up on the last one.
Well, we can definitely touch back on it because you guys will have to write down your equipment and stuff like that. Kaylee, did you need yours or are you good?
I'm good. I'm actually prepared for once in my life.
Yay!
Holy
Vio?
shit.
Vio, are you good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I'm good.
All right. And without further ado, let us pick back up where we last left off. But first, we need to discuss about what happened last time.
Oh, yeah.
So typically, the way this starts in your common D&D game, sometimes you guys will just like dive right into the deep end. But in this case,
I will cut you. Like, seriously, I will
Oh my God.
slap a bitch. There will be pain. There will be wrath. Okay, good. So I continue. You're fine. Continue.
the keyboard is talking.
Oh, it's
Yeah, there will be wrath. There will be so much. Okay, cool. Yep, go.
You guys were hired to do a job. What was your job?
Okay, hang on.
We had to find out
Let's-
what
let's-
was it.
No, let's recap. Let's recap, right? Let's recap Adventure. So, creepy old cunt at the gate. Libra threatened him. We went into like dungeon thing. Slapped some vines. Oh, some stone titties. Grabbed an opal between stone titties.
After we moved the mirrors and shit.
Correct. After mirrors and shit. Then
That was us.
massive, creepy, enchanted lake of some description that we threw the stone tablets across to make a bridge of some description.
Yeah, it was real monk ass.
We?
Wait.
Then, wait, well, you Herculean stallion, you sexual man chocolate.
Oh.
So then we moved into a next room after seeing creepy moss hanging from the roof that wants to devour us. I licked a vase, got things stuck in tongue. Then there was a rug munching, not in the good way. Kaylee got like nommed on a little bit. That's
We found a
the recap.
scroll. Don't forget that we found that scroll.
Found that scroll.
Didn't you
Yeah,
lose your
that's-
tongue?
That was like the Cliff Notes, the TLDR. That was the Cliff Notes TLDR. Let's actually get some reasoning why you guys are behind this. Remember, as much as this is an introduction, it's still a story.
iron jaw
so we
thing.
still have to
Well,
uncover some things.
As reward,
The town was sick,
creepy
and I
town
think we were
sick.
looking for a
Yeah.
way to either find out why they were sick or find a cure for them or both.
What were they sick with?
Was it small? Did you say it was smallpox?
Smallpox. Yeah.
The
Smallpox,
AIDS.
Yeah. It was smallpox.
Yeah, the
And
smallpox. Yeah.
it seemed like one particular person was without illness. He didn't seem to be affected at all.
Yeah, the main
Yeah.
guy we talked
That-
to.
The
Yeah,
priest?
that was the
Mhm.
priest. That's
It's
right.
all him. He's the end
Steve
boss.
calls him the old cunt.
The old cunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Old cunt.
What, like you guys immediately, like you jumped to conclusions. You were like, "Hey, it's him. He's the bad guy. He's the super bad guy of the whole thing."
He's sketchy as fuck.
Is he sketchy because
You know
he's
what?
old
You know
or
what?
because
I
he
feel
needs
like that
your
would be
help?
bad writing. I feel like you're smarter than that, and I feel like that can't be the main boss dude because I will glare
Yeah,
at
that'd
you
be
so
too
hard.
easy.
I will glare.
Yeah.
You've no idea the level of glaring.
Wait,
So
did you
Yeah.
game for us?
Yeah, I built this game for you guys.
You
Yeah,
wouldn't
exactly.
have made it that easy.
wow.
It's
yeah,
definitely
you
not the
wouldn't
old guy.
have. But here's the thing. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't have made it easy. But if you did,
even know
no. Let's move on. Let's move on. So we're
But
trying
what
to
if,
cure
hypothetically
the town of
speaking,
the smallpox.
What if you immediately just presumed that it would be too easy to just be the main guy, and it still is him?
Oh my
No.
god, my brain!
No, this is Inception level right here. Where's my spinning top?
What
Wake
if
me
he's
up.
the god
Wait.
and he's just testing us all for something greater?
That's something you have to consider.
Yeah.
Like in this world, it could be a number of things. Either way, he's hired you. He was willing to negotiate. Said you can have whatever we can offer. I'll even give you guys these potions, but I need you to retrieve something for me. What was this?
Oh,
item?
those Baron von Underbite's silver jaw. That's what.
That's
it is.
Why
right!
can't you-
Jaw, that's right.
Yeah. The relic.
It
Yeah,
cures
I'll go ahead and drop
smallpox.
this to you.
I can hear you twice, Glitch. Why is that?
Show to players.
Can
I
other
wonder
people
if
hear me
that
twice?
No.
Is it just me?
No, I
Just
don't
me?
think so.
Must be me. Must have Zoom open. That's on me then. Continue.
Oh, I see it. That looks so cool.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, fancy trap jaw thing. It's on me. It's on me.
That is a weird cure
No
for
stress.
smallpox.
I like how
He
it says
said
goose
that it was-
on the top of it.
Yes. He said that it was a relic that he could use to channel energy into, and it would help him cure his people. You took
Or
that at face
eat
value and
him.
determined, like, hey, whatever, that's cool. And then Libra was like, I'm mostly naked, and I'm gonna climb up on his roof.
That's
He
right.
did. He successfully did that. That's accurate. So you decided to take the job because money's nice and you needed motivation, and then you went to a location. What was this place? Was it just like, was it an old house? Was it a witch's hut? What did you guys find?
I don't remember.
Don't all
his
jump at
house?
once.
I don't remember.
No. When the map, you said it. Where did you found a woman? She had something betwixt her breasts.
Oh,
Oh,
opal titties. Yeah. I still have the opal.
Statue.
actually.
I don't know if
Oh,
it's
the
much of a
orb.
woman
The
than
statue.
something in the shape of a woman.
Yeah. You went to a temple. What was this temple to?
was
The
the moon
goddess of the
temple.
moon.
Yeah.
That's right.
Something.
That's right. I even said it in the tweet. That's
Goddess-
how you know
yeah.
you read the tweet.
That That's
That
how
is
you
the
know.
moon.
Oh,
Like a
That's how
retweet.
you know.
that's how.
Okay, so yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we
it
did.
was
I have the opal. I'm still carrying it, I think.
Yeah.
Last I checked.
Yeah, I gave it to you.
I think
We
so.
should be.
You
It's
don't
shiny.
know what to do, and you just stare at
Oh, well,
it.
I just want to hold it and
Yeah, he
stare
just
at
looking
it.
at himself in
I,
it.
That's
yeah,
your
it's my
plan.
own. I can see my own reflection. That's really the most important
Wow,
thing.
you're actually a conceited idiot.
I am. I am both in real life
I mean,
and
he
in
has
game.
no
It
intelligence.
is.
I'll take it.
And no intelligence. Yeah, that's exactly
So when
it.
you arrived at this temple, you quickly realized that there was more to play here than just a prayer spot. There was something with these mirrors. You had aligned them to cast moonlight upon the palms of the lunar goddess, which in turn opened up a spot in the floor. It led you down into the temple, of which you don't know how long it had been, but your best guess is it had been many years, potentially several hundred, based upon just the sheer amount of dust and debris that were left over. What did you find as soon as you arrived from the steps that lowered you down?
The spoopy moss, right?
So I
Not
missed
quite,
that.
not quite. That was
I literally
afterwards.
missed that last bit. Fire it at me. What did we find?
Yes, as soon as you went down those steps, this is
Oh,
this
there
was
was-
Libra's
The
business.
amethyst.
The big dandy with
amethyst
the shiny head.
Yeah,
Mhm.
statue made out of amethyst.
You found the statue
We decapitated.
and
right.
the pool of water.
And that's when I started throwing shit.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
maybe
He
we-
started picking up the small, I guess you would call them like benches of stone, and heaving them
Yeah.
into the water. You guys said it uncovered a lever behind a painting. What did this lever do?
Took us to next
not.
area. Was some description? No? Didn't open a door?
It did open a door, but it didn't immediately
Yeah.
take you to the next area because you
Well,
were
open the door for us to a... Yeah, that's right. That's true.
pretty afraid of this fog and this water, and for honest reason. Like there was reason enough to believe that there was something to be feared here. But you discovered that you can remove the opal on the
Fear place.
top, the top of the pommel of the statue. Removing that took away the fog. You built your path across, and it descended further into the moss room. This was the brown moss.
That's the fire on the wall shit we did.
The spooky moss.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yikes.
You guys couldn't quite figure out how to immediately withdraw the moss from your turnstiles. So, finding out that they were attracted to heat, you filled some of these vases with flame. Doing this, it caused the moss to pull away from the turnstiles. And once you turned it, can you remember what this said? It had a bit of a saying attached to it.
Something about in the light you can
if-
see it, but in the dark you can't.
Yeah, something on the...
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
the
something
other
about
way
like
around.
Something
Other way
about
around.
moonlight.
In the moonlight, we
yeah,
can
yeah,
see
that's
our
right.
way.
Yeah.
And
The light of day only darkens thine way. Only in the chill of the moon may one find the true path.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what I
yeah,
said.
yeah.
It's
Yep.
not, but close
What I
enough.
said.
Yeah, that's what he said. Exactly. Word for word. Yeah.
Good. Okay, you guys decided to take the north path to GTFO away from the brown moss, and it led you into this next room. This is where everything started to kind of unfold, right? VO found a book.
Yes.
You found a book. What did you find? Was this like Dear Diary, mood apathetic, or what did we
Yeah,
actually
tell us
see
about
here?
the book that you saw and didn't tell us that you read. Tell us about it. I'm interested to know.
If I remember correctly, there were candidates in there, right?
Let's see.
What happened to
I was
Candace?
trying to read it as well, like during the fight, but I never got.
Why
It's
can't I
true.
hear
The
you
session-
twice? There's got to be a reason
this-
for this. Sorry, it's going to bother me. I have to fix this. Continue.
Mute-
The
mute
session
her on the
had
Zoom.
ended with her picking up the book.
Figured it out.
Right, like you had picked up the book and you were reading through the available spots. So via what you had read was that it seemed that there were only a few pages that still remained legible, right? But what you could see is on page 1 it said something about an election, placing in 1 week's time. Kristoff was that has led us the last century, and Bernagar is prepared to take the mantle. We have many suitors attempting to claim lead, but Bernagar is the strongest. Flipping to the next page, it says, I've not been feeling well. Nor have many of the others. I suspect foul play, yet the pack would know. Barnagar seems stronger now, though. I see he sweats. Does he feign illness or strength? Only time will tell. And on that last page, before it kind of trails off, it says, I vomited blood the last 3 days and passing blood in my stool. The pain is irrevocable. It's worse than my first turning. Barnagar has fallen as well. Have we angered the lunar goddess? Is this the fate of the children?
Okay.
Yeah. You
Right.
should probably see a doctor.
Sufficiently creepy. Yeah, I need to get that looked at. That's that's a big one.
And this is when shit started to get a little wonky, right? Like, some of you had found a dagger of sorts. Another one of you uncovered what looks to be like a scroll case. And then you were attacked by a carpet.
Yes.
Not just anybody. It was Elora Nosegay.
Don't
Which
remind me.
which I fucking did it to.
You almost killed me.
I killed
Yeah,
him
you did.
too.
That's everything
way
that has just been
Hopkins?
stated was entirely accurate.
Actual statement.
Yeah, so I wonder what it's like to talk with like half your tongue also.
Yeah, you
We'll
lost
see.
your tongue, huh?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, bits and pieces of it. Yeah.
I know it's an
well,
old
no,
movie, but
it's like a
have you
tip of it.
seen,
Anyway.
have you seen the movie The People Under the Stairs?
I have not.
There's a character named Roach in the movie whose the tip of his tongue was cut off by his stepfather. And he
Sounds like
just
my
does
childhood.
this, like,
Continue.
oh my god.
Sorry.
Just like this hilarious whine throughout the entire movie because he lives in the walls and he fucks with his step-parents who are insane, very, very insane people. But neither
I
here
want
nor
to
there.
watch it now.
It's an oldie but a goodie. Deaf Worth.
Okay. No, I haven't seen it. No. Okay, cool.
Like
should check it
having
out.
sex with a cougar.
Yes.
A live cat, a puma, even.
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
I'll
That's
pass.
illegal.
Oh my god.
I'm sure it's legal somewhere.
That's gotta be
That's
illegal.
illegal, he says.
First
That's
of all, if you
illegal.
can get your dick inside a puma without it killing you.
Okay, this is like.
Yeah, you
Way
deserve
too
some
much
sort of
detail to
award.
put
If
into
you
the
can,
subject.
if you can pull that off, like you deserve some, like without like a restraint or something. Yeah, you deserve a reward. That's
Oh
pretty.
yeah, you got a medal. I fucked a puma.
Actually, I think that is the reward you can actually say for the rest of your life. Well, I fucked a puma. They'd be like, oh, how about you, Jeff? You had like those 6 Swedish supermodels. Yeah, well, I fucked a
Yeah.
puma. So,
Wow.
you know, at least the supermodels wouldn't kill me. The puma would kill me. Yeah, so
This is
we-
a conversation.
I just
It is.
really went off the deep end, and I don't even
Wow.
Did in fact.
care.
So much depth went into that train of thought.
So, if you can recall, the session
Chestnut
ended with
checkers,
the
Kelly. You
combat.
gotta. Anyway.
The session did end with the combat, and Glitch was reading this book. But Vio's character, Aza, was attempting to hide it. Why was Aza? Who knows? But you guys had some
Being a
scrolls
shady
to
bitch.
attempt to understand. That's that's right.
Do I
but that's where
automatically
we're gonna pick
know
up.
as her slave?
No, hell no. That's not how that works. She can
You
work on it
wish.
though. If telepathy is something that you wish to take upon, I mean, you guys can work on it in the future. So, friends,
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and start this with Glitch, with Scruffy McBubblebutt. We ended with you holding this ledger. This
I can't see the map. Am I supposed to be? Oh, there it is. It's back. We're good. We good. Continue.
boom bam. You guys should be like right there.
Well, okay,
Mm.
before we start, I'm a little confused because so do we all now know what's in the book, or is that just the
No.
players now?
No, I just know.
No.
Only I know.
Only Aza knows, and
She
your
refuses to
people
tell
know
us,
as well.
right? You want to be a dick about it.
I acted like I didn't know what was going on in the book, and I just threw it back in the pile.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks,
Um,
Elsa.
But if I remember correctly,
you're a real
Scruffy was
gem.
curious about it, right?
yeah, I picked it up while they were fighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And proceeded to read it, but so I'm a little confused because I feel like part of that was also the part with the bloody stool. I think we all read that somewhere else, or like that came up somewhere else, or was it? Were there?
Yeah, I don't think
There
it was
was-
brought up before that. I mean, I did do the reading out loud,
Mhm.
but outside of that, I don't think anybody else got to read it except
Trying to
for
piece
Ozzy.
it together.
Yeah,
now
we
you
as
have
the
it,
players know
and-
And then was there
not our
something-
characters.
Was there something that I had picked up before the book? Because there were a few of us got things.
I think
this
you picked up a
room.
dagger. Yeah, you
Okay.
you found the dagger, and that's what you picked up. It's actually this one here. I'm actually going to put it right next to your person. If I can remember what your person looks like. So that's Elora.
I'm the one with the torch
That's Papi.
Oh, I
There
can't
we
even
go.
see
So
the map. My
there's-
screen's
The-
black.
on the hood. You got to scroll, I think. I had that problem last time where you
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, scroll sideways. It should help. All right,
there's the
so...
dagger right next to you, and that's what you found.
Mm-hmm.
So did you want to
I
read this
don't-
further, or were
Yeah, I mean, I did want to try to read it, but I feel like now everybody's looking at me, so...
Yes, we are. We are.
well?
I-
But please,
it's probably.
please continue.
I would say that's probably not true. I mean, Alan just had his tongue shot off, literally
This is
shot off.
true.
He has an arrow that has quite literally pierced his mouth.
It was
As
just the tip of my tongue, wasn't it?
tongue.
Like I can still eat pussy. Like it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
the tip of
it's-
my tongue. So like, okay,
Jesus Christ.
this is.
You eat
That's-
pussy
that's-
with
It's-
that
you
part,
prob-
dog.
Well, I mean, look, I've only got the tip left, man. I've got to do something. I have a stump.
I respect.
I have a stump. I have to do something.
At least it'll be like
Hot.
fatter.
Exactly. Yeah. Long. Anyway, I won't continue this train of thought. Please continue. Please continue.
Why are we like this?
You have
I
an
don't know.
arrow sticking in your face. It's taken off just the tip where your tongue had been pierced by this this bit of debris. You had a splinter.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I proceed to try to read the book and understand it, and then notice that it's about the people who lived there previously, I guess. But instead of communicating that information right away, I kind of like try to see how my team is doing, since a lot of them suffered a lot of damage from what it seems like in that fight. I don't know how much, if Kaylee has very much health left either, and try to see what we have in terms of health potions. I think
I got healed last round. I don't think I'm full health, but I think I got healed to
Right.
like.
Actually,
9 or
yeah, I
10.
got taken down a fair crack as well, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you only healed like
Took a-
one.
I took
hit
a
point
big
there.
beating. I recall from something. I don't remember from what though.
I believe.
Can I jump in here?
Kaylee. Yeah, yeah. Please, by all means. The floor is
So-
open. You guys can say and do whatever you like.
I noticed that Scruffy is reading the book that I previously put down, and I get a little curious, and I shuffle over to her, and I'm like, "Hey there, what you reading?
What you reading, bud?
What
you reading there?"
Oh, I thought that you would already know since you've read it yourself.
Oh,
Oz is
yeah,
swallows over
I mean,
with
Spicy.
mad
didn't
peanut
quite
butter
at the end there,
goodness.
since we're in a temple, but
Fair enough.
gotta go. Bye.
I don't, and I don't have an opinion on it. I'm. Later, bitch.
I
runs
just
off.
kind of like look at the ground, like really confused. Like, I'm not sure what that was about, but
I just wanted
Yeah.
her to know that I know that she read it. That's all.
I think
Play
he's
with her
on
mind a little bit.
to me. I don't think he likes me very much. I just like books a lot. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
I just really love books. Like, fucking
It
love
just
books.
does it for me.
Ugh, all these scrolls on the floor. Ugh, yes.
And when they're dirtier,
It's
it's just so much better.
Is this your cake?
Spicy.
Spicy tone.
Don't
Like,
So
kink shame me.
Scruffy, based off the information that you have now, knowing that Oz has approached you, you've kind of had that brief moment, right? That silent dance where you both acknowledged that you've read this text. Oz still hasn't said anything about this at all. Do you share further? Because at this point, this is one of those things where it could make or break the success of your adventure. And if Oz is hiding it, there's obviously a reason why.
Mm.
Yeah,
Why are you hiding?
I
why are
don't
you hiding shit?
understand that either. It
I
seems
think-
like
I think
very
she's just-
general.
I
don't
think she's
know.
just hiding it just to be a dick, but I could be
I
wrong.
think so
Like,
too.
just in general, it's like, oh, I found an important piece of information. I'm not going to tell anyone. Why? Fuck you. That's why. I'm
Is
just
that the
M.
reason, though?
You'd make
Or
an
maybe I know
awesome,
more.
You'd make an awesome politician.
Yeah, that's what I
If you
mean.
know
Like, I
more,
feel
you're not
like if
telling us.
I feel like I would like to read it for myself to see.
Yeah, can we mug
just
Ozzo
heard
for the
it.
scroll?
Oh, well, no, it's just on the floor.
Okay,
I'm
well, in that
reading
case,
it right now.
can we still mug her for the scroll? I don't know. Just read it. Yeah, read it.
Let's,
What's it say?
yeah. Well,
Okay, well, you have, there are the two scrolls. The scroll case, which had pierced Alan's tongue. They were
Correct.
jammed in there haphazardly so, but you can tell
Wait,
that they...
what? How did it pierce my tongue? Oh, I licked
You
it, didn't
licked
I?
it.
Yeah.
You licked
Yeah.
it.
It was very important. Continue.
Yes.
Yeah, if only I knew how to read. Yeah, I don't.
Do you unfurl these scrolls, or do you, by some manner, attempt to detect magic? Is there something that you can do here?
Me, I have
No,
sweet
Scruffy,
fuck all.
Scruffy.
Okay, cool.
It's Scruffy's turn.
That's you, Chris.
I know. I'm sorry. No, I think I'm just gonna hold on to them for now because I don't. know
Okay.
what to do.
Well, all right, so, if you will, for a moment, right? Step away from the fact that you're glitch, just kind of shake this, like, subtle nervousness away. Despite the fact that you feel like people are watching this idea, you have uncovered what you believe is bits of material that has this almost arcane shake to it. Like it sends a wave up your arm. And remember, you're a spellcaster. You, by nature, are capable of harnessing the arcane magics and using it. And if you've touched something that gives you that same tickle effect, then you know that this is some sort of magical either scroll or instrument or something that could be beneficial to you. You could at least
then-
identify them.
Yes,
If you-
I'll definitely do that then. I
Yeah.
don't. Do I need to use a spell or anything for that, or?
Do you have...
I guess that's why I hesitated.
Do you have identify, detect magic, or read magic as spells?
Let me see if I have it as like a trait or something too. I don't see it on my list currently.
On your skills, if you have Knowledge Arcana, you can also use Knowledge Arcana to determine what they are. So I don't have access to
I
your
actually
spells.
that's like one of the knowledge ones that I don't have. I mean, I have it checked, but I don't have. I guess I do have it. I don't have a bonus for it, but I do have it.
Okay.
Well, actually, it should because my intelligence.
Yeah,
would
your
be there.
intelligence is
Anyway,
plus
it's just
4,
not
so
filled
gonna
out.
be, Yeah, it's going to be a d20 plus 4. So go ahead and type in /r 1d20 plus 4. Should look pretty similar to that without the period.
All right, sorry
That's
about
actually really good. I set
Yeah.
the DC at 15, which is the challenge or the check in this place, and you start looking over the first scroll, and the first scroll that you see is a spell known as Enlarge Person.
Oh, no.
You'll use it on Libra right now.
Yes.
I should have picked it.
that. Oh, the
Definitely should have picked a different
possibilities.
scroll.
I like
Definitely should have picked a different spell.
enlargement, daddy.
No, we can continue.
Okay,
know-
so
you
these
know,
were
as a-
the things separate from the book that I picked up earlier.
Correct, correct.
Okay, that's
This
what I was
this particular spell, if you successfully cast this upon a person, it will instantly cause the growth of a human or humanoid creature, doubling its height and multiplying its weight by 8. So if you were to cast
my
this on
God.
Papi, he would
Oh, I
go
turned
from
into-
like 7 foot tall and like 300 pounds to 14
Ridiculous.
feet tall and like a metric ton.
Really important question before we go casting it on the giant Gimp Lord. How tall is this dungeon? Like, how high is the ceiling?
Yeah, do I
Oh my
fit-
god, is he gonna like crash
Real
into the
quick,
stone?
before someone's like,
Well,
I
it's
immediately,
tall.
I
Now
cast it
you're
on Papi.
14.
You're gonna like
So-
block the hallway.
Yeah.
The rooms are vaulted. They're 20 feet tall, but when
And
it
I am
comes
only
down to the
14.
hallways themselves, the hallways
Yeah.
are only 10 feet tall.
Do
Alright, so you're
not
fucked.
cast that on me. I will die
Do
and
not.
suffocate.
Although, if we come against a big ass boss of some description, he
Wait,
will
10 feet
just.
wide?
He can be a
Just-
good tank.
None of
Yeah,
you guys...
yeah, we can have like a gaiju moment. He'll just like wrestle the fuck out of it. It'll be awesome. Good.
Scruffy, there is a secondary scroll as well. You can try to identify that if you'd like to.
Okay, yes, I will do that as well.
Sure. Then go ahead and do the same thing and tell me what you get.
Expand the boss so the boss explodes. I don't know
I'll
if that's
go
how that
inside
works.
the boss, and then you cast it, and I'll come out of them like Men in Black.
Can
Oh
we
my
just expand my
God.
dick instead?
Oh,
It would be your whole
What?
person,
Sure.
Damn it.
Right.
genitals included.
oh, so I can
Alright,
that
Glitch.
dick.
Glitch, that's
The
not quite good
possibilities, man.
Furious, like,
You know
but that's
that-
my name. I'm the Magnum
You know
doll.
that you needed to break 15 in order to identify it. In this case, it's just shy. If you had something that were to assist you, like maybe you had a spell book that could help you identify this further, if you had access to new materials, or perhaps you found someone that could read this as well, then potentially. But in this case, if you went to cast this in the future, you would just be casting it blind.
Question: who can identify it? Like, what do you
Scruffy
need?
Is you would need access to identify, read magic, or
Oh, I have
access
read
to s-
magic. That's one of my level 0 spells. Okay, I thought so. It's just
Oh.
the ones I had in my. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I do have that.
You cast read magic. Do you cast it?
I only have like 2 spells left, so I'm like
Zero
very
cantrips. Cantrips, 0 level spells. You can cast them infinitely.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Yes. Then yes,
Now
I
we
do
know.
that. I didn't know
Alright.
that. Then maybe I
So
do have because I don't know if I've casted any level 1s. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
anything that is a
I
0
don't
level
know.
spell, you can cast them as long as you're alive.
Okay.
That's pretty dope.
So, read magic. When you basically when you turn this on, it essentially will form that sort of magical text, this draconic arcane language, and it becomes transparent to you in a way that you can see through it. It just appears in a common nature to you. So when you're looking over this this new scroll, it reads to you as a bear's endurance spell. Essentially, when you cast this, the affected creature gains greater vitality and stamina than they would naturally have. It grants them a +4 enhancement bonus to their constitution. So in this case, for every level that they are, they would gain an additional 2 points or 2 hit points. It also will increase their fortitude saves and a number of other things as well. It's good at keeping someone in the fight longer.
Awesome. All right. Well, yeah. So I got got this figured out. But yeah, I was really worried about figuring out if the rest of our team was well enough to be able to carry on for further
Sure.
in this temple.
Didn't we give Nosegay a potion?
Mhm.
Yeah, I gave her a potion.
From
Yeah, I
NASA?
healed. I healed the max amount I could heal with a potion.
Okay, and then Alan's just missing a tongue. We
Yeah,
just
just the
told-
tip.
I'm in
I'm
the
still
background
staring.
tending to Alan's bleeding tongue.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
still staring at the ball, the orb, the entire time. Yep, that's
Are
fine.
you also helping him through tongue physical therapy?
Yes. Maybe. We can
I-
talk. It's fine.
Oh,
So didn't you say you would anyway? You said if you get me out of this, I will remove my tongue. That's what you said. But then it removed. How did it get out? I don't even remember. I know it
the
came out of me.
carpet, like ripped your tongue off, or like
Just
ripped
the
it out of
tip.
your
Just
tongue.
the tip. He can still. That's how I talk now. So. That's,
Just a tip.
just a tip. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Exactly. Okay, so moving on. What's our plan? What do we do? Where are we going from here? Because my character's been staring at an orb the entire time, so someone has to explain this.
I would assume that you're probably staring at the orb, but you're probably
I am,
worried
yeah.
about your tongue as well.
Yeah, I have the tongue.
Somebody just said, "Who would I need to fillet?" What says that? I love it.
I ripped a small part of my shirt off to wrap around the tip of his tongue to stop the bleeding, so he doesn't bleed out.
Oof. Okay, cool.
So now he's
Stay
gagged.
a while and
So now I'm
listen.
gagged.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's like what you like, Chaos. Like what you like. So good. My character is now completely gagged, but I'm
So
still
you don't
staring at the
bleed
orb.
out.
Exactly. So I don't. Exactly.
Also, so you don't say any more stupid shit. It's a win-win situation.
My character basically doesn't talk now. He's got like -1 intelligence. You know, you really this has just become like this is like you're just abusing the retard in the group. Like honestly, like you've bound and gagged him at this point. It's just horrible. You guys are bastards. All right, that's cool.
It's just
I'm
a
a strong
Elora
one.
fetish.
It's just the
It's really just to muffle the mewling as he's drooling over this opal.
exactly. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good chat. All right. What's the plan? Now that you're healing me, thank you, Curly.
Yeah, you're
Sorry,
welcome.
Elora. Sorry, Elora. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright,
I guess
shall
we
we move
can.
forward?
I guess we can explore forward.
guys
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. Oh wait, where's the orb?
All right, where's my guy? I'm clicking.
All right,
What's this? What's this circle?
Don't
I'm
step on.
clicking,
that
brother.
right there is a brazier. It's a common place where they would light a fire. It's like a large standing torch.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna keep looking at this orb here.
Just
We're
think of
walking.
your Skyrim knowledge. If you have Skyrim knowledge, this is the best place to use it.
I've never played that game.
There's a
I'm
thing
sad.
here.
That's unfortunate.
That's a shame.
that you've never played
Yes, that
Skyrim.
is. That is a
Hold
shame.
up.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
Yeah.
All of those things. I want to break all of those barrels.
Painful.
Every
It's
fucking
so.
one.
This isn't Zelda.
Now there might be rubies. There might be rubies.
I don't
This
want to
might-
go by myself. Somebody come in this room with me.
There might be rubies.
as there's a
Well-
creaked open door.
Watch, listen.
There are a couple of paths actually.
my
Like
back.
you can see that Papi is about to go ham on some barrels. Elora is sneaking off alone, and if there's ever a
Oh,
chance for me to catch her in a
There's
trap
a
and
blood
kill her,
spot here.
No, you're gonna get
oh
caught.
yeah,
You
she's
die.
Wait, come back.
I'm a backup. I'm a backup. Backup. Beep 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 beep.
Elora, I love you. Come back. Please don't die.
Wait,
Not like this.
Hey guys, there's
Papi,
blood.
Papi, get in here. The barrels will always be there. The barrels will still be here when we get back.
Poor Papi.
He just wants to smash. I get it. I feel you. Becky,
or
let me smash.
someone got dragged.
There are more gears in
Really
here,
handprints.
like the ones that were on the walls.
Oh,
Okay, we
what?
gotta decide. Oh my god, there's food here. We're
Oh.
going down here.
Somebody was doing some kinky shit in here.
That's my
Papi.
sex dungeon.
That's fine.
Papi,
Sexton. Ooh, wow.
as you move in, give me a perception.
Roll that.
Let's get back to the start of the door here.
You're
Let's just
rolling.
chill.
You want me to roll? Talk to me. I got the dice.
Give me a perception, please. It's going to be a D20 plus your perception skill.
20
Oh, everyone
plus
comes to the bottom
perception.
room. Holy shit.
There's nothing there, but it's check.
Okay, so then you didn't put any points into it, but you can still make it without any additional bonuses. So just a flat D20.
D20 plus 0.
Yeah, just a
Big
roll
numbers
one D20. Okay, Papi, the moment that you start running into the southern quarter of this room, despite your allies just kind of meandering about, you notice that there is a very small figure. As soon as you walk in, you think nothing of it immediately, but the moment that you see it, its head turns, and as it sees
Oh,
you,
that's so creepy.
it starts to
fucking
run.
moved. Okay.
It's like Weeping Angels 2.0. We need to like.
Can I go
Yikes.
get it? Can I go get it? No. Where's it go? Where's it going?
Oh, it's hiding.
Where's? Oh, it's.
Wait, what the fuck?
Is it a pupper?
It's so creepy.
What
It's a
the fuck is
pupper.
that?
When
I didn't
you
see
begin
it.
to look down at it, you see that it tries to hide its body in the furthest part of this corner.
Guys, I'm
Bitch!
scared. Back up, back up, back up.
I feel so lost. Where is everybody?
Okay,
Yeah, don't
okay.
scare it. Don't scare it. Just let. You know what? You go. You go. You have the orb. Go talk to him.
I have the me.
That's
You want
your
me to
friend now.
talk to? You
Yeah,
want me to
that's
talk to
a
it?
good
Are you
idea.
sure about that?
100%. I agree with it. I want you to go talk to him.
All right. I walk up towards the orb, the little
Trust
toy
you.
creature. and I hold out the orb as a gesture of goodwill.
You see that
And I look at the creature, or whatever it is.
This being stands with its back turned to you. It's facing the wall, and you can hear the sound of like tin, like metal. It's sort of like tapping over and over and over again.
Oh,
and
I
you
don't
realize
like
that it's shaped like a small man, but it's made out of elucidated copper. It looks like it's some kind of small, like clockwork gnome or boy or man just
Take
tucked away
offense to that.
in the corner.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
Pinocchio.
So, okay.
Can I?
It's just the
try
one
to
of them,
find
right? This is the one. It's just the one.
Yes.
I have this orb, right? And I'm standing behind it. I want to look at the tin boy, the tin Pinocchio, with my orb. I want to vigorously shake the orb while staring at the tin boy. I want to tell it as best as possible, like, hi, how are you? Of course, I'd be like, but I've got to do the best I can. So, that's
All right,
hi. I'm in great
hear-
pain. Please help me.
Alan is failing his communication checks quite clearly as he's
I'm gonna walk over and slowly back him away so he doesn't get.
I don't even know what the hell he's doing. Just
I am in great pain. Please help.
I'm gonna wave him away while I cover his mouth so he doesn't get himself killed.
Can we put one of those like inspection joints on this table?
Actually,
Yeah,
real
yeah,
talk.
you can.
Let me look at skills real quick. What I have? Do I have? Your perception was through the fucking roof, wasn't it?
There's what looks like a spell book on top of the shelf here, and then
There
there's
are a
like
lot of
blood.
things.
It looks like there was like a sacrifice going on for
Can
some
we
kind of
can we
spell.
inspect the room? Let's. I want to
sure.
inspect
Give
this room.
everybody give me perceptions, please.
Okay, 1 second.
Wait, so does mine count already? The 18? Or you
No,
want me to do it again?
this would be new. This would be new. This was for you. That first one was for you to spot the small figure.
Ooh, 18.
Glitch has an 18.
Where's my roll?
Keith has a
dice?
21. That's really good. He was gonna.
Is it? It's plus perception, isn't it? It's plus something.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ability
whatever your
modifier.
perception is.
Looking for it.
Oh, is it my total perception? I just did my ability modifier.
Yeah,
Mine's
yeah, yeah.
plus
It's
5.
Oh, I don't have any.
Perception?
Okay, so it's.
Glitch.
I
one
have
that's
like 20.
23.
Okay,
Yep,
let me.
23.
Oh, did I roll then without even meaning to?
Oh, of
I did.
course.
You rolled a 10.
I didn't even mean to hit
Kaylee,
roll. It rolled.
You
Thanks, guys.
you rolled first an 18, so we would just change
Mm-hmm.
out your 3 to be a 10. So in that case, you got a 28.
Oh, okay. It rolled for me. I was clicking the dice and it rolled. for
Sorry
me.
about
That's
that. I
how
was
it
just
works.
opening the dice thing. I didn't mean to roll.
That's fine.
I just re-rolled because I
Alan.
rolled wrong the first time.
Alan, you just rolled a d12.
Yeah, I didn't. I was clicking the dice like the
Gotcha.
little dice roller.
He rolled a 20.
All right.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
That's how I did the 20. Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. So
Glitched it.
let's look above. Let's look above. So Kaylee got a 28. Vio got
Well,
a
I
15.
rolled wrong. I rolled wrong the first time, so I re-rolled to fix it.
All right. So then Kaylee got a 13.
And I got a 13.
Alan got a 10.
I wish I got a 28.
Vio got a 15. Glitch got a 23.
Me and Massa got
Papi
15.
Got a 15.
my God.
Okay. All right. So this is the first thing. Immediately, this is the first thing that you've discovered in this location that moves and hasn't tried attacking you.
Yet.
So it's a friend.
I wouldn't go that far yet.
So with your special abilities, are they infinite, or can I only use them like once?
What did you have in mind?
I was gonna do trap finding, see if there's like any traps in the room, because maybe it's like trying to lure us into something.
So trap finding is a static ability that basically it when you're trying to find traps, I get to add or lower the challenge based off of your ability. You're a rogue. So with your perception, trap finding will inherently buff your stat. It just makes it better. And if there is the likelihood of a trap being around, then you could uncover it. In this
Okay.
case, you don't feel like you've uncovered any traps. In fact, this looks like the equivalent
Stay
of
a
like
while and listen.
a kitchen or an alchemy area.
It
There
looks
are
like
some
an
really
operating
interesting.
room.
ingredients. Yeah, it sort of does. It has that feel to it.
Can
But
I
if you look
use
in
sense
the
motive on the creature?
corner- sure, you can try.
Okay.
Big numbers.
17.
Okay. Kaylee, it looks, from your best guess, it looks frightened.
Okay.
It's roughly the size of a human child, probably around
Aw.
6 or 7 years old. It's hidden away with its face away from you guys, and it's actually shuddering.
Aww.
What's everyone's charisma at?
Oh, please.
You fucked it up already.
I have a +2 modifier on mine, so
Yeah, mine's 15 with a +2 modifier.
Mine is
The person
I
with
got
the
12
highest
on mine.
charisma that can talk should like try and like talk to it and like approach it and like calm it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about
But you
doing.
can't talk.
In flawless
Remember-
English, I was like, la, la, la. It just flawless.
You just shouted at it.
Remember, you,
I can try-
you
I can
don't
try
have
to
to just
talk.
rely. You don't have to just rely on your charisma, right? Remember, you have empathy as a person, and if you see someone or something frightened, you can be empathetic to their needs. In this case, you found what looks to be some kind of small clockwork being that has exhibited fear.
Okay.
I
you
can also
clearly
cast.
outnumber him.
I can cast message, which allows me to whisper to something from like a distance. I don't know if that helps.
It might be better if one person just approaches him crouched.
What if the technically in the game, the biggest, scariest person, I get on my knee and I just like extend my hand and I'm like, it's all right, little guy, come here. And then I like cuddle him like a baby bird.
That doesn't seem like a
Maybe
good
don't
idea.
cuddle him until he's like calm
No,
down.
he climbs onto my arm. Like he's coming to me. He knows I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, I want to gesture at it, like friendly, and be like,
And then I
no,
cuddle him.
which is like, over here, we're good, we're friends. I don't
We
know.
should
I
let
feel like
okay. We should decide on one person to greet it. Everyone else stand back a little bit so we're not crowding it.
we don't know if it understands things, and I'm the big dumb motherfucker.
Is
So it's
there
probably not a wise decision.
is there
Yeah.
food in here that we can like offer to it maybe? Like it's
If there was food
But it's
in
like
here,
a
but I
mechanical
think it would've-
object. It's not.
It
Why
doesn't
not
have
try
custom.
letting
we
Scruffy
feed it
use the
oil?
magic?
Yeah,
Can
I was
we-
gonna just talk to it,
Mhm.
not like
Mhm.
super directly, like use a spell to whisper to it. Plus, I know a bunch of languages, so I could like try different ones. Maybe I don't know.
It's a small clockwork thing, So,
Puppy.
I want to throw the orb.
No,
Oh my
like,
god, not like
near it.
don't
this.
throw the orb at it, please.
Not at it. Just like roll it like
Have
a ball.
any of us
like,
done
no?
like a check on the orb, like a magic, like a detect magic on the orb?
I don't think we
Nobody
have.
I
has.
don't think so.
I wanna
Nobody
do
has.
that.
I don't
Let's
do
do.
Can I do that?
It's
Okay.
I claim
Later?
the
You
orb.
definitely can.
I'm gonna do.
clutched it
Wait,
all
let's
to
deal
me.
with this. Huh?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. That's fine. You can do that later if you'd like to.
Or I mean, if it's easier now, I'll just do it. Now.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it.
Okay. All
might
right.
as well do it
I'm
now.
doing it. I'm doing it. Yeah.
Proud of you, Glitch.
Thanks, Mom.
So
You're
are you
welcome.
are you casting the spell now then?
Yes, I am trying
Alright,
to see
sure.
what my if there's is there a modifier for that?
No, you just
guess
basically
it's just
you
detect
you
magic.
cast this. It's a
That makes
declaration.
sense.
So, what this looks like to everybody else is that when you do this, there's a verbal and somatic component. So, verbal is when you have a speech pattern. Somatic is when there's like a hand movement.
Oof.
So it's like the equivalent of being like, and then you cast detect magic. But in this case, as
I
you
just
cast
fail
detect magic,
horribly.
no, there's no
Mm.
failure to it. It succeeds. What it looks like to everybody else is that your eyes begin to change, where instead of like a swirling pattern of colors, your eyes like glaze over this silvery sheen, and you can start to see in the magical spectrum. And when you glance over at this enlarged opal, it does seem to emit a school of enchantment. There is magic that is on this opal. But when you look back, so is the small boy. He's also magical.
I want to roll the orb at him. Just roll it like friendly, like.
Oh my god, what if we put
Like-
the orb inside him?
like-
and-
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, calm down. Let's try to calm him down.
yeah.
first.
Let's not leap to putting orbs in small boys. Let's just like maybe talk.
So
With the
am
boy.
I able to see that they're the same source of the same type of magic?
They actually emit a different feel, right? Like magic presents in these worlds, they present their own style, like their own flavor, their own like text or like richness about them that leads you to believe that they come from different schools, right? Like necromancy is a school of magic, and it is dark, it's violent, it's twisting. Then you have the school of enchantment, which seems to be like of a very light and complacent aura. There's evocation, which is fiery and magmatic. In this case, they seem to be very different schools. The enchantment that is over the opal is a dark and complacent, but this is a wispy blue-natured school. Magical
Hold up.
properties.
This is Children of the Moon. Maybe it's one of these fucking children. Yeah? I mean, 2 and 2 together here. So, I have a giant moon opal. It's a child. I still want to roll gently, like a ball, as you would to a child, or a small dong.
I mean,
what have you.
I don't see the harm in
Roll-
trying.
Roll the ball, or opal, whatever the fuck, gently, so it like bumps its leg. And like, hey buddy, we're here. Like, hey, let's play. Not like
Okay.
fetch, but you get me.
You
Yeah,
could
I
just
want to
place it at its feet.
play in the meta game. Long game here. Yeah.
All right. Alan, do you roll this, or do you kind of like kick it over in this direction?
Roll it very gently, very, very gently. And this is hard for me because I can see my reflection in this thing, so I'm really
Put a lot
struggling
of
to let this.
effort.
Yeah, I'm putting a lot of effort in here. So I just very gently just roll it towards the thing. What's that? Do I need to look at D what? But it just does it.
No, there's no check for it. It just
Okay, cool.
just kind of happens.
Cool. I just want to gently roll it towards the thing, so it like bumps against the creature. Small boy child thing.
Oh boy, what if it freaks out?
Hopefully
Okay,
I don't just
so,
turn it. Hopefully I didn't turn it into something.
When you roll this ball over this opal over it and it hits his leg, you see like his neck extends up, and there the shuddering, this clinking of tin, it increases, and you can see his arms come up, and he's shuddering before you.
God damn, you're such a bitch. All right.
Yes.
Not like this. Hey, bitch. Okay, so.
Okay, how about we just try talking to it?
But he's shuddering, like angry
that's-
or like alert,
Okay.
or like.
Okay,
Saying,
so-
let's console him first by like me kneeling down and saying it's gonna be okay, and then seeing what his reaction.
Well, let's see if he even understands what language we're speaking first. So, I'm gonna kneel down and whisper "Hey" and see if it responds.
Okay. When you whisper "Hey" to him, the shuddering stops, and you see his head slowly begin to turn. And when his his flat cog-like eye looks over at you and sees you kind of glancing at him, his head turns back.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper "Hey" again, and ask him if he's okay.
Okay, when you do so, he briefly kind of looks older again. You can see him kind of glancing over at you guys. But you've got to admit, like in your situation, you look a little terrifying.
Okay,
Alan's and Poppy's in his gimp suit. Ozza's like mid-peony copter. It's you're borderline petrifying. But
Okay,
that
look.
being,
What if everyone else leaves the room?
Okay. What I'm gonna do?
did you want to leave and just allow Elora to talk here in the situation?
Yeah, everybody else get the fuck
Yeah,
out.
let's do that.
Okay.
Be a guy and get the fuck out.
So,
It's just
Do
them
you-
in the room.
Do you leave, Alan?
Don't be difficult. Remember, I can.
You can. This is true. I have a stellar idea, but alright, we'll go with you. I'll leave the room.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fully sit down on the ground and slowly and visibly, so we can see it like in his peripheral vision, take my knives and like put them on the ground out of my reach, so he knows I don't have like weapons to reach for. And I'm gonna whisper and say, "Hey, you don't have to be scared. It's just us now." And see what he does.
Figure slowly starts to turn. You can hear the clinking of his feet across the stone. It's tin on stone, so it sounds like tiny little tap shoes. But he eventually will turn around to face you.
Okay.
You see the eyes affix and close several times, like the shutter lens of an old school camera, and then you can see the gears around his eyes sort of begin to spin, like they're taking in your person, like they're trying to size you up and down.
Mm-hmm.
You see his hand come out, and his hand is like the equivalent of like a child's mitten, right? Like you have like a one rounded area and then a thumb. And you see it come up, and he kind of does like a little wave, and then his hand quickly falls back down to his side.
I don't trust it.
I'm gonna pick my hand up and wave back.
He looks to you, and then he kind of like leans forward. You see this like shudder in his step, and he kind of tilts his head to look like he's trying to peek around the corner, and he can't see. So he takes a step forward, looks to you to see how you respond. Seeing that you're not panicking, he'll take another step forward, and he'll kind of lean in and look around the corner again to see where everybody's at.
I'm gonna stay seated in a relaxed position so he knows like I'm not scared or being threatening or anything. I'm gonna say they all left to the other room. Can you speak at all?
The head kind of shudders a few times, and then you hear this like almost staticky kind of like trip or glitch in his voice. It doesn't sound entirely normal, but it doesn't seem... Here, I'm gonna go ahead and change the tone briefly for a minute. We're gonna change from this
Yes, do it.
to a bit more something like this. You see him kind of bulk forward like he's trying to say something, and when he does, you can see that the eyes continue to resize several times over, and then you hear this noise.
Boy. My name is Boy. Pound.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna smile at him and say, "Your name is Boy? My name's Elora."
Elora.
Good job! I'm gonna smile at him because I'm really happy that he could say it. And then I'm gonna say, "Would you like to meet my friends?"
Friend of Laura?
Yeah, friend of me. Would you like to meet him?
You can see his head nod, sort of unsure, but one of those things where it's like he's kind of next to you, so he feels a bit safer.
Okay. I'm gonna reach my hand out to him to see if he'll grab it so he knows he's safe with me, and I'm gonna call the rest of the group into the room.
Okay.
Guys, come back
He'll
in.
reach out. He'll reach out and grab at whatever you have, like maybe it's an index finger or a pinky, something like that. He'll offer himself in that manner.
Okay, guys, we made a friend. This is Boy. Boy, these are my friends. Feel free to introduce yourselves.
Hello, Boy. I am thick.
Hello, child. You are safe with us.
Dick.
This is so wholesome.
Can I do a perception check on this thing?
His name's
Yeah,
Boy.
You definitely can.
He's my son.
He's our kid.
So you want to make a perception check. What exactly are you trying to perceptify?
I guess like if he like what his intentions are, or like what is going on with this child.
Sure,
can trust it.
You can tell that he seems mostly like he's mostly ageless, right? Like he's an automaton, so he doesn't suffer from mortality the same way that you or I would, or even your characters. You have no idea how long that he's been here, but you can see that in spots where he walks, the original color of his outfit, or in this case, his make and model, was copper. It was this rich, like bronze color, but he's since carbonated, and you see that there is intense greening of his bits. If he stayed down here, then who knows how long. He may have just rusted over. In this case, you can see that he was modeled very much in the sense of a man. He has this like this fake little pointed beard, goatee of sorts, and a whippy mustache, but he wears like a child's split top cap on top of his head. And his parts are very exaggerated. It's not what you would say is meant for anything more than aesthetics.
I ask, what are you doing here?
Boy waits for Bernagar.
Oh.
For Christoph.
For Kristoff.
Bernigar or Christ. Oh, wait, no, I'm dumb. Never mind.
Oh yeah, I mean we all heard it. It's okay.
I lean down and I say, "Who's Kristoff?"
Christoph, father to boy.
So
That's his
Kristoff is
creator.
your dad.
Who made him?
Do you know where he went?
He, Christoph, was ill. Christoph left for mother.
Do we know the name Kristoff? Was Kristoff mentioned in the journal by any? Do you guys remember?
No, I don't think so. Bernigar was, though.
Yeah, I heard Bernagar.
Christoph. Christoph was actually mentioned in the
Was
journals
he?
on
Okay.
page 1. Yeah, it said that Christoph has led the last century, has led the pack the last century, and that Bernagar is prepared to take the mantle next.
Okay.
So Christoph abandoned the little robot for a girl.
Yeah, boy said that he went to go find his mother. I lean down and I ask him, "Do you know how long he's been gone?"
Many days.
Ask him where does he want to go, because we'll take him.
Yeah. Do you know where he went? We can try to get him for you.
Christoph leave for mother 31,025 days previous.
Oh.
Also, he's dead.
Well, don't say that out loud. We don't want to break his heart.
That's
God.
85
You're the
years,
only one
yeah.
talking to him.
I get an unsure look on my face. And I just kind of say, "Oh," not really sure what to say in response to that. And I stand up and look at the group to gather their reactions and see if they have any thoughts on what he just said.
Ask him where does he want to
would.
go.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming he wants to look for his dad.
We'll take him.
Glitch, previously I had you guys roll perceptions, and of that perception, you happen to notice something. It appears that on the wall, it's rapidly covered in dust, but you can see through the dust itself, there appears to be what looks like a sketch or a recording of many people side by side. It looks like a gathering of men.
His dad must be in that picture.
Did you wish to investigate further?
Yes, I would.
Okay. With a little bit of luck, you're able to remove this from the wall, dust it off, and it appears that it's a sketch of the members. It's the children. It's listed as the children of the moon. There are many people here. There are probably around 40 members, and they all wear the same silvery style robes. They all have tattoos on the back of their hands, and there seems to be one particular person in the rear side of this photo that's significantly larger than them. It's a woman. She has this
Isn't that old
unnatural
guy
grace. It
at
seems
the
like she was
start?
almost painted in. Go ahead, say that again.
Didn't that old guy at the start have a tat on his hand?
Oh yeah, did he?
Alan, give me a d20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh boy.
He does have wisdom, it's his intelligence.
I
will
do
fail.
actually. I do. So my wisdom's 14. Oh, ability modifier of 2. Sorry, yeah. D20 plus that. Yeah, bad. You
Nice.
fucking serious?
Do you want me to roll it?
Please.
Womp. Okay, I'll roll it. Let me see what my modifier is for wisdom. I have a 3, so maybe I'll have better luck. There we go.
Hell yeah, baby!
Wow,
Yes.
big numbers.
Big
Big
numbers.
numbers.
Big numbers.
Elora,
Hell yeah, thank you.
after Scruffy exposes this picture, you see the emblem, this tattoo on the rear side of the hand, and you immediately recognize it. That the priest, while it was massively faded, he had the same tattoo on his hand.
Goddamn right, bitch!
I gasp in surprise and point it out to the group. I say, guys, isn't this tattoo familiar? Didn't the priest back in the town have this?
That's a yes.
That's so strange. I wonder why he would send us here then, if it weren't just for the town. If he has some sort of other motives. He seemed so sincere when we talked to him.
He's got some
So-
talking to do, that's for sure.
He's just a
I'd
good
like
leader.
to approach the boy and
Okay.
kneel down and just like point at the wall and say, "Is that Kristoff?" At the one with the tattoo.
Christoph, father.
So that is your father.
So yeah, his
You
father's
s-
in the
You see
picture.
the hand like poke at the screen. It's him.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna turn around to the group and go like, "What do we do?"
Yeah,
we take him
what
out?
do we do?
He's not
Should-
wearing the jaw thing, right?
Should we tell the object or the small child that his father sent us here to?
Well, we don't know. We don't know if his father's not the priest, right?
I thought.
Christoph is, yeah. Christoph is the guy that sent us, I guess, right?
Because they all had tattoos in the picture.
It's not necessarily clear who it is, but regardless, whoever the motherfucker is, he has some explaining to do, and he does
Brandon, the
know.
boy.
He
So
does know what the
Everybody in
boy
the
is.
portrait, everybody in the portrait has the tattoo on the hand, and so does the priest. But we don't. Like the priest isn't Kristoff, as far as I know.
I mean, didn't the
We
boy
just know that we just know he. Has
Do
the
we
same
know the name
tattoo.
of the priest? Do we remember it? I feel like we would.
He briefly introduced himself, but you guys were just not having it. You were like, your father, fuck all. It doesn't matter who you are. Give us. I want
true.
I want your healthy women back in town. That's what I want.
That's so true.
We like what we like.
Yeah. It's like tries to recall what happened, just people yelling at him. I don't remember. Yeah. Okay.
Realistically, in this situation, I think that while you guys would be interested in hearing what he has to say, Elora's probably trying to pay most attention. Alan's picking up what he can. Oz is asking a couple of questions. Scruffy is uncovering this photo. Papi, I would like to think that you can hear what's going on, but you're probably like ambling around looking at the things that are around here. And Papi, you discover... Yeah, you discover that there is a what looks to be a cooking pot in the right corner. And
Here.
you notice that there is a faint shimmer from the bottom of it.
My big ass lifts it up.
Okay. You see that this is definitely like it's a communal cook pot, right? Like it's a very large place for you to make big meals, anything of that certain. But while it's a cast iron cook pot, in the bottom there is an unnatural shimmer to it.
Do you want to inspect the? Okay.
Go ahead. No, it's yours. Go for it.
I kind of want to inspect the room because, like, we don't know what's in the fucking.
I was gonna
box. Like,
Yeah,
do
there's
what's around
blood.
the
an
room?
There's blood on
investigation.
the table, and then there's
and there
blood
was-
like back on the top.
There was
where
blood
the
in that room
was.
at the top, and then there's this creepy moon child.
Yeah, it
and then
looks like there was
you
some kind
know.
of like sacrificing going on here. Because not only that, but there's also like a spell book on the top of that shelf here, and like other witchcraft-looking things on the table. So like some shady shit was going on here.
So I'm going to start with Papi, and then we'll start working our way around, and you guys can tell me what you want to do. Papi,
I
you
lift
have a
the
hold
shit
of this
up.
cook pot. You lift it up. You got it. What do you do with it further? Do
I'll
you
lift
you
it
just want to?
I want
just
to
wanna
see what's
hold it?
under that.
Well, it's not under it. It's inside of it.
I'm gonna dump it on the floor, whatever it is.
That's-
Sure, when you-
So, this is a
Yeah.
wise decision.
We should have glitch check it.
I was gonna check the shelves with all the alchemy stuff because that's kind of where my interests lie first. But I'm happy
In
to
this
look at
case-
that afterwards too.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna give Papi the chance since he's gonna turn this over to look. That's the one thing is like there's no such thing as a wrong answer, right? Like even if you fail, it doesn't mean that it's game over. It just means that the story becomes increasingly more interesting. And in this case, Papi, without the behest of the group, grabs this pot and tips it over, probably slamming it a few times on the ground. Papi, you see that there are some flakes, and it doesn't really look like food. There are some shimmering flakes that fall out of this cook pot.
That's a goddamn potion.
What do you do with these silvery flakes? Do you point them out? Do you pull them up and look at them? What do you do here?
Massa, come here.
I walk over.
Azza, you see that he's managed to dump out this iron pot with what looks to be remnants of some old food of sorts, and there are silvery flakes that seem to shimmer back from the bottom of this cook pot.
Okay. Papi,
Yes.
I'd like you to pick up one of these flakes and bite into it.
Don't ingest it.
Wait.
Don't
Can I-
eat
can-
it,
can I-
but just
Can I
bite
do a
into
perception
Oh
check
god.
or something on
you
those flakes?
Actually, yeah, can we do
I-
a perception check first?
Because
I have-
I want to
Yeah,
know. I want to know if
Sure,
those
like it-
flakes match the small child.
I want to know
Alright,
if
so-
this is like what poisoned those people in the journal.
Okay, don't
Okay,
eat it yet.
These are all fair questions. So
Which is why
she
I
asked
said
you
don't
to-
ingest it.
She asked you to bite into it, and then Alan has kind of started leaning over, and Elora as well. They want to see what this is about. Papi, do you bite into it?
I have no choice but to listen to Massa.
Bitch, you better.
God
sure.
damn it! God damn it, Asa.
You bite down, and it's really incredibly old, crusted food. But you do get this hint of something more. Like there's something more that lingers. It's not some kind of secret urban spice, right? Like this, KFC is not exactly branding here. This is something more. You note that when you bite into it, there's a sort of like pinch over your tongue and gums.
I don't
Somebody
like that.
inspect my mouth.
Asa.
I'll do a perception check on his mouth.
Yeah.
Check my mouth.
Asa, when you look into his mouth, he seems to have broken up some of this old debris, and there are multiple metal flakes that seem to be resting on his tongue.
I told you I want to compare it to the child. Fuck. Oh no. This can only go well. I'm so worried. Please don't kill me.
Poison those people in that journal though, because they were saying they were vomiting blood.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm
hating
thinking
blood.
too.
So it sounds like they ingested food with these metal flakes and it cut up their insides.
Okay. Ozza,
So
if only you were a dwarf, you could potentially identify this metal, but it's also not incredibly hard to identify what metal is. Is there someone in your party that has experience as like a blacksmith or may have experience with something like this in their past?
not
Alan already said he
sure.
wants to help identify this.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
But can he?
Yeah, can he?
Well, I cannot. I don't think. Nah. Nothing
Can anyone
fancy.
of us?
Let me
I
take a look
want
here
to,
real
but
quick. Does
I can.
anybody here have a knowledge?
I've got
Nature.
engineering. Does that count?
Mm-mm.
I have knowledge nature.
I only have knowledge
Okay,
local.
give me knowledge. Give me knowledge
knowledge
nature.
nature 3.
Sure. D20 plus 3.
D20.
Scruffy also has knowledge nature, and it's very high.
Big fucking rolls only, you heard?
Ooh,
Big
critical
fucking
fail.
roll.
Stealing all the good rolls.
Papi,
Well, somebody else has
Papi. Scruffy, I noticed that you have knowledge nature, and they're attempting to identify a metal. Would you like to help? That's solid. I set the DC at 15, and you beat it just by 1.
It's like a good
Nice.
thing that I had a +8 modifier.
Yeah, no joke. Glitch, this is silver. This is pure silver flakes.
Okay.
That's
So it's not like the robot boy.
Shh, can I do detect magic on the silver flakes? Is that a thing?
Sure. Casting detect magic, it doesn't look like it's magical by any means.
All right, boys.
Now,
Did we decapitate
that
the
being said-
statue back there? Because I really wanted to do that. I just wanted to
Back to the
figure out if we did that. Because I
It was
just
made of
wanted
pure
the amethyst.
amethyst.
Yeah, I just want to take that's. If anything, before we get out of here, that's something that I want to bring with me as a
now
souvenir.
Scruffy,
Anyway.
Poppy, you should probably spit that metal out, by the way.
I'm gonna give you a chance here to start putting some things together. I would like for you to give me another knowledge nature. The DC is 20. You got to break 20.
Oh boy. You got this.
Wait, all of us or just?
Just
Nice!
Ooh, clutch. Very good. Scruffy, you're starting to put some of the details together. There are some things here, some keywords that are triggering like those receptors like, oh shit, my spidey senses, right? Like something is just not right. So I'm going to go ahead
My booty
and
senses.
start funneling. That's right. I'm going to start funneling
My
some
butt's
words
tingling.
to you. And you tell me
Not like
what you
this.
think Scruffy thinks here. So Scruffy,
Okay.
this is
All
a
right.
lunar temple. You have discovered many paths of which speak of the power of the moon. There are silver shavings in the bottom of a cook pot. They speak of someone named Christoph who has led for the last century, and pains that have been unlike anything since their last turning. They refer to themselves as the Pack.
Oh, so they're werewolves? is that what this is?
Do you say that out loud?
Yes. I think
Yeah,
they
that
might
makes a
be
lot of
werewolves.
That would
The
explain
children of the moon, the pure silver.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When-
Explains it. Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you say that out loud, you hear from the backside this like almost hissing steam. Boy seems to respond almost vehemently.
Not werewolves. Lycanthropes. Lycanthropes.
Oh, they're lycanthropes.
Lycan. Lycan is something from some movie that I saw with.
I thought lycanthropes were werewolves.
Yeah,
but
isn't that what a werewolf
Yeah.
is?
guess not.
Technically, yes. werewolves are people that suffer from the curse of lycanthropy. Lycanthropy
So
is
maybe they're, like,
just
hybrid.
a way of potentially. Now,
Wait, but
this
doesn't
journal
silver kill
discussed-
werewolves?
Yes.
Well, if they're hybrids of some kind, it could greatly affect them.
Going back over the journal, it says, I've not
They were
been
sick.
feeling well, nor have
Yeah.
many of the others. I suspect foul play, yet the pack would know. Bernigar seems the strongest, though. I see that he sweats. Does he feign illness or strength? And it leads with, I vomited blood for the last 3 days. I'm passing blood in my stool. This hurts worse than my first turning.
That's when that's a reference to when he first turned into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's what I originally thought was the silver was from food that they were being fed. They were being poisoned. So they're were somethings. There's some kind of were hybrids.
Silver damages werewolves, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
someone's
So there was foul play.
someone's
within-
poisoning. Yeah, he said, I suspect foul play.
Somebody's trying to
Someone
kill the
is
werewolf.
poisoning them.
Well, they're
someone
were
is poisoning them.
somethings.
Whatever.
Yeah, they're not werewolves, as Boy said. They're just
Well,
were something.
There's I think the meaning's synonymous. It could just be like a bad
it is.
trope against the
So-
word
Right.
werewolf. So he's just
So Bernigar gets stronger. So
Or so he thought. Because he said, is it from strength or illness that he's sweating? And then I think he fell ill later.
but someone's
True.
poisoning them. Someone's
It-
poisoning them.
It
Yeah.
later says, in that final page, Bernigar has fallen as well. Have we
Yeah.
angered the lunar goddess? Is this the fate of the children?
Yeah, so they're obviously the children of the
Can
moon.
I do more investigation? And, I mean, because I've only done that on the silver. I guess I haven't really.
If you find something new and you'd like to potentially find more information about it, yeah, I can give you some rolls. But right now,
I want to find
don't
out
think-
why there's blood in the room. Still.
okay,
Oh.
all right.
There's only
Which
blood
room?
on the
This room,
fingers.
or did you want to?
Well,
you
let's
wanna
start.
look
Let's
at
start
other
in this
rooms?
particular room first because there's a bowl with blood and some kind of meat in it, and then blood on the table with a dagger, among other tools, like a saw. So, I want to know like what was going on here.
Okay. What do you want to do to determine that?
Can I do a perception check?
To well, so basically, perception will allow you to pick up like a sight, a sound, a smell, to determine if something seems to be awry. But in this case, perception won't grant you much additional information.
Can I pick up that book with the blue gem in the middle?
Oh, the one on top of the shelf? Yeah, I was looking at that too.
Which book are you guys talking about?
I just
It's the
moved
one on the top of the shelf to the left of the table.
My guy's
Yeah.
on it. Right?
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to investigate. Was the shelf earlier?
Sure.
All right, so let's
Sure.
open the
Papi,
book.
can you read? Can your character read?
Yeah, can you read?
Where's read skill?
You tell me, can your character read?
Oh yeah, I have
Okay.
I
decent.
taught him.
Yeah.
Sure. You okay, all right. So that's what a kind and benevolent
Massa talk.
massa. all right. Asa taught you how to read. You remove this book from the top shelf, and it seems like it is a book about anatomy. It's not like it's
So it is.
explicitly discussing genitalia per se, but it shows many metamorphoses of man unto beast.
Where thing?
So somebody was reading that book, gain knowledge,
Lycanthropy.
transform people.
Potentially.
So somebody was testing. So this was like a room where they were testing. Were they testing it on the little animals that are on the table to see if they would turn or see what would happen?
Oh yeah, 'cause there's like a giant rat or something on the table, or like a weasel.
That's where the blood is from.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I'm an idiot.
Remember, like at this time, they didn't exactly have an in and out, right? Like their herbs and spices came from hunting various creatures and dicing it up and cooking it in the communal cookpot. So Maybe they were just eating rats or other a variety
Well,
of
they
marsupials.
Fresh?
The thing is, though, there's also that room with the hay and the chains that had blood too. Although that could have just been a room where people would be turning and they were chained to prevent them from attacking people. But I don't know, something about it still rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't really have dated tokens, so all of this fresh blood is actually supposed to be mostly dried or coagulated, blood stained, stuff of that sort. I'm just using the best tokens that are available to me at this point because I had to build this entire map.
No, I figured it was old considering how old Boy is and how long he's been in here.
Right.
Okay.
What's written on those pieces of paper next to the feather pen?
The one next to the book.
Yep.
Have we searched this room to the best of our ability? Is what I want.
I put my guy on it right here.
Because if we
I
have,
see that. That just seems that basically seems like it's to-do lists, things like that. If it hasn't been worn away from weathering or from the moisture in the air, the only thing that really sticks out, and this will be on Scruffy's end. Scruffy, you notice that there is a dagger on the table that matches the dagger that you had found in the previous room.
Can we hold up for a second? Can we ask the boy a question?
You totally can.
Can we ask him, is there anyone still here? Because I want to know if there's anyone here, like threats or anything.
The boy is alone.
You fucking liar. Okay.
Wow, that's my son you're talking about.
Oh, I don't believe him for a second.
It's your son now.
He's my son now.
Has he left that room?
The boy is not capable of lying.
It's a robot. He can't lie.
Has he?
Programmed to not lie.
Just because there's no one, just because he says there's no one, it doesn't mean he hasn't. It just means he hasn't seen anyone.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna ask Boy a question. I'm gonna ask him, what kind of creature did they turn into?
No one change except Night Mother and Christoph.
Okay.
Do you know where the silver jaw is that we're looking for? I try to describe it. Yeah, we were sent to help others who seem to be sick, like your friends were. But our friend needs the jaw.
Silver relic of Night Mother with Night Mother.
The jaw's with his mom.
Okay, so the Nine Mother was the only one who transformed, and the Nine Mother had silver.
Christoph with his mom.
2 and 2 together, find Nine Mother, beat up Nine Mother, take Silver Jaw, give
Yeah,
back to
she's
person.
the one that has the jaw.
Easy peasy, done deal, can do.
I'd like to ask the boy if he would like to.
Where is the
join
Nine
us,
Mother?
Or that.
Sorry.
Boy, wait for father.
Yeah,
Well,
because
you saw your
for
father.
boy.
his dad went to look for his mom, and he like hasn't come back. And it's been like 30,000 days.
Yeah, but he's not coming. He's not coming back.
Yeah,
He's not coming back.
Boy.
Things in the corner of the room.
Wait,
What's
Papi
what?
asking?
There's 2
Oh.
lever.
Looks like a water spout or something.
Oh, that's a candelabra.
Oh, that makes a
I
lot
don't
more
think
sense.
It's basically
The
like
dude's not
it's a
coming back.
standing candle spot.
Oh.
The dude
Can I
isn't coming
take
back.
the picture with me? Is it too large, or can I take the picture of...
You could probably
You can
just
rip a piece
remove the
off.
picture from the frame. And
Yeah, I
and
just
take
wanna
it with-
roll
you
it
can
up
fold
and
it up and
take
take
it.
it with you. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, I'd like to take the book that talks about anatomy as well.
sure. Okay,
Yeah.
you got it.
For reasons. Okay.
Well, we might need it to show proof.
True.
Ozza, You have
Yeah.
you've sort of just been taking these things in the entire time. What's going through your mind right now? What are you trying to like? What
Trying
do you
to think of a
you would be doing?
way to convince the boy to come with us, because he could
Okay.
be really useful in like terms of what the hell is around us and whatnot. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kneel down to the boy and reach out my hand and say, "We can take you to your family
Let's go.
as long as you join us."
He can't lie, but we can.
We can. Yeah, right. I mean, it's Kristoff or whatever could be the priest, right?
Well, he pointed out Kristoff in the picture.
Yeah,
we didn't
exactly.
we didn't seem to recognize him. We just recognized the tattoos on everyone's hands.
But at least we know that Kristoff is still alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
we don't know if it's him.
We don't know if he's still alive, but the priest might know what happened more specifically. Since he was
So-
clearly a part of the cult.
I want to propose to the boy that if he comes with us, we can take him to his people,
To his father.
to his potential father. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's the only
so,
person he cares about.
So talk to him. Tell him. You at this point you can
Boy.
use skills like bluff or diplomacy. These are things that I know that you specifically excel at when it comes to lying or talking to people. Those are good numbers for you.
Yeah. I'll use diplomacy with them. Should I roll a d20?
Yeah, D20 plus your diplomacy.
Boy's coming with us.
Crunch. Boy.
I mean, I'm happy.
Boy.
All right,
Boy.
so that's
Come with us, and we'll
That's-
help you.
all right. Is that all you say?
I mean, I
You're
don't
just
need
gonna go
much
with just those?
convincing.
You're right. So what I like to tell people is that skills can take you so far, but in this case, when it comes to like these verbal skills, diplomacy, bluff, that kind of stuff, rolling the dice is half the matter. But you just natural 20. You just critically succeeded. So you're very convincing. So you're just like, boy, come with us. We know you're Papi.
Boy.
It's not me.
Take boy to Father Christoph.
Yes. Can I pick him up?
I want to hold him. He's my son.
You want to hold it? I was gonna put him on Papi's back.
I'll put him on my back.
Okay, that's fine. Here you go. I'll take him, and I like slowly put him on Elora's back, and I tell him to stay put.
He's actually
And to
quite
point
heavy.
out-
Given
Oh, he's heavy.
given sheer size,
True.
he's about 140 pounds.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
He's all
Sorry. Sorry,
Okay,
freedom you.
okay,
Let me
I
just.
got-
Papi, would you like to carry boy?
I can always just hold his hand.
Yeah, that
Jesus.
works too.
It's fucking 60 kilos. Fuck off. Jesus, you a big boy. You're a
Yeah.
big boy.
Well, I'll just hold his hand. So, I'm
Yeah, but now
I'm like
he's
the
gonna
first
make
person he
noise.
met.
Okay, so
I'm
I just
gonna
like
sleep.
bring his hand over to Elora's then and say, "Stay with Elora. She'll protect you,
Mhm.
and we'll help you out as
Let's
long
go
as you
talk
can
it
help
out.
us too."
I want to explore the top side room while you guys are doing that. Get off my
Sure.
little-
I feel like this is the best time for us to take a brief break. So we can go get bathroom break, go get water, a snack, whatever it is that we're gonna do. This is our best chance to do that before we get into more thick of the story. And when we come
Ooh,
back,
that means some
we will
shit's
jump-
about to go down.
Yeah, that's right. We're
Means
gonna
I
jump right.
Means I get
back
to
into
throw
it.
you.
Oh.
Good. Ooh. Keen.
You
All right.
aren't wrong. All right,
I
guys, we
get to
will
toss
be
tails.
right back.
So excited.
We'll be right back. Hang tough, and I'll see you cats in, I don't know, probably just 4 or 5 minutes. See you then.